Well, if you watched any of the earlier videos, you probably remember seeing this shelf unit being repainted and me adding the shelves in earlier this summer. Well, we're getting into fall and it's time to get this thing in the house, which, we've dragged it in, I cleaned it up. It's time to put the rollers on it. So we've got these shelf units, these baskets that we bought, these wire baskets, and these are the ball bearing sliders, drawer pull sliders. So I'm going to install those on 3 of those shelves, and I'm not going to do it in this episode, but we're going to be building some doors to put on the front there so that we can close it up when we're not using it. So what the plan is to put this unit, this unit's just about 5.5 feet, about 5 feet tall. What we're going to do with this unit is put it over here and put all of these loose things, put it away inside that unit. So we'll have it sitting over here. We may have to move this unit to that little shelf up there, but we're going to reorganize this center of this kitchen. So we're going to get started on that. I'm going to have to get me some tools and some marking equipment. We'll get in here. It shouldn't take long. We'll drill the holes out and get those baskets marked, and we'll be good to go. So when I started marking these holes, I'll show you. I had to, you want to put these back far enough that they're going to clear the door when you put the door over the front. And they fit fine on this shelf, but on this bottom shelf, I've got this little piece back here on the bottom that's causing these rails in the shelf. The shelf itself will clear, but these rails, they bump into it way back there where I've marked it, and it causes them to stick out here. So I'm going to go in here, get me some tools. I'm going to cut a hole in those corners so I can push these rails kind of into them to recess them so that my door will clear this lip right here in the front and everything will stay inside. So we're going to go get set up on that. Yeah. Never mind. This is a drywall cutter, but I think it'll cut this. We'll find out. we're using a different bit. We're going to try it again. There's still a screw in the way. How's that side looking? Don't use the drywall bit on wood. That's a bit of a mess. Let me clean it up. But it'll do what I need it to do. But it isn't the best thing in the world. Let's see what we're looking at. So I've got a couple of holes going back there. I have to clean that out a little bit. I'll get my screwdrivers and chisels out or something. The one on this side's a little better, but you can see the screw sticking through the hole. Nice. So that turned out to be a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be, but that's just because that's the way it goes when you're working on these kind of things. So holes, I'm gonna use my favorite alignment tool, clean these up a little bit, and then we'll go around the other side and clean them up a little bit. So let's see what we got here. Do some fine tuning here on our edges. There we go. Hush, dog. Olive's cheering me on. Okay, let's see here. Got another one. Let's. Heck, to trusty old timer. It's the perfect tool. I think that's plenty of clearance now. I have to clear it from the other side too. But we had to pull out a couple of screws that were in my way. Caused me to break a whole bunch of bits. That was a lot of fun. Let's go fix the other side. And we'll go in here, sweep these out a little bit. I'm just sweeping the shelf off a little bit from the inside out. Yeah, hopefully that'll be all I need it to be. Now, you see those slots back there? I've got to line up right in the back. It's got to go through just a little bit so this doesn't stick out, right? That way the basket will slide all the way back. So I think we're really close. Let's check this one out. Yeah, this one might have to go a little bit bigger. Might have to go closer to the wall. All right, let me get the basket on it and check it out. Yeah, it's got to go closer to the wall. This side's okay. Actually, that's just about perfect. That's just about perfect. You look at the gaps on both sides. If I mount that drawer square, that front door will close. See, I can mount that right there. Yeah, no, we're good. It ain't always pretty, but I get it to work. And this is going to be done on the bottom shelf. We can touch up with some paint if we need to later. I just got to get it in. All right, so we got the vacuum out, got all that mess in there cleaned up. And yeah, they're ugly, but they'll clear. The openings will clear what I needed to clear. And it'll be hidden. Not necessarily my best work, but in a pinch, you know, we'll get it done. So I said I had to take the basket off to install. I marked the holes. I pre-drilled them with a pilot, 1/8" pilot bit. But I had to take the basket out and set the rails to get the screws started. Then I left them loose, and I'll go ahead and mount the other side, and then I'll pop the basket into these supports here where it holds the basket. Then I'll come back with an extension and snug those down when it's in its final fitting. And so we'll go over here and we'll mount that other one. You guys can watch how clumsy I am. So get this set in place. Get me a handful of screws. Get this one started. Sometimes you gotta learn how to do stuff left-handed or hold things upside down and backwards because things don't always have enough room to do what you want the way you want. So let's see here, where's those holes? Well, there goes a screw. Sometimes you get a screw with no head in it. That's nice. That's tricky. Take those all down to where it's just almost tight. You want to have it just loose enough where you can still adjust it, because we got to put the basket in, and then we'll snug those down. All right, the basket's in, the drawer slides out. Let's go ahead and snug those down. I'm probably gonna need an extension to snug those down, but let's find out. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get an extension. So check it one more time for square. We're gonna move it this way a bit, just a bit. Now let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. So there it is. Now I think what I'll do, there's one more hole left and I've got extra screws. I'm gonna throw a few extra screws in those holes, in the third hole, so it's not likely to move around on me later. Yeah, well. Oh, you bastard. It don't always go easy, folks. have you got an extra small screw like this? No? It's all right, I'll steal one from one of these baskets.
Should give you extras.
Well, here's what they did. They gave you one for each hole. If you put this one in last to lock it down so it doesn't move, but this one doesn't have any.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
That's a good one.
yeah, so tilt this back again. And since this one's gonna have heavy stuff in it, I thought I try to make sure it had all the screws in it. And I can't do that way. All right. I'm tired of fighting this damn thing. Try to be reasonable. Anyways, there you go. Now I'm regretting piloting those, but that's all right. We got it. Perfect. One down. Let's leave it. All right, guys. One down. And it opens nicely. Closes nicely. It drops right into the pockets we made in the back. So that's cool. Your sister's trying to call you. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I got to do a couple more, and you don't need to watch me struggle with those, and I'll show you what it looks like when we get them in there. But same process. Here we go. All right, bit of a wild hair day. Let's Well, you guys all right down there? I'm so sorry. Yeah, oh my gosh. Let's dust you guys up. Oh, you got a boo-boo. That's the way it goes, you guys. I mean, you got too much. I know I got to do more editing, but too much editing, and you don't get to see those fun parts. So, let me turn you around, and I'll show you what we got here with this shelf. Got all the sliders installed, and it's looking pretty good. So let's take a look. Let's see. Let's back you up a little bit. All right. See, that shelf's about 5.5 feet tall, and so each shelf now has a slider, and you have to come in here and snug all those down after you've got them. You know, you put them in loosely, and you come back in and snug them down so that they're straight. But you can see here, all of those clear. They clear the front of the door frame, the door face. So I'll be able to come in and mount double doors. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to put double doors on that cabinet. And I don't know yet, but I'm thinking I'll have this backer board. There's bead board on the panels on the front doors. And I bring the doors up to about this bar, then that bead board kind of matches this detail here, It's a small miniature pattern of the same beadboard pattern. But it's looking good. All the sliders work well. And you can see here, see it's nice and clean in here. I don't have any extra holes or anything. It looks really nice. Same thing here. Second shelf down. And there's dividers that will divide this thing if you want to. They just snap in. But this bottom drawer is going to be more for heavier items. And, you know, it's got the holes in the back, but you won't see them. It's up against the wall. So we're good. That one had to go in perpendicular to the others with the rails because that's the only way it would fit and clear the frame of the cabinet. Let's show you the back. See, there's holes down there, but nothing protrudes past the holes. You see, the back of that cabinet was deep enough to hold the runners, so they won't even hit the wall or anything. So that's not even a question. It's not going to protrude or stick out. So it's not really an issue. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a cabinet that you got to worry about mice and stuff in. If you got mice in the house, you got other problems anyways. So there we go. It's going to go right over there. We've already got, Nana's been in here. She's got the cabinets moved, and so we're going to clean up that corner a little bit and slide it over there. And I'll show you a little bit when we kind of get it restocked and let you know what it looks like when we're all finished. Sometimes my projects take months and months and months to get to the end. They get finished up eventually. But let me show you this spice rack I did last summer. See that spice rack there? And that spice rack was made similar to how this was made. We repurposed the cabinet. Let me bring you around here. It's kind of crazy. Can't maneuver in this kitchen. Here's the spice rack, you see. I put the same beadboard in. So I was thinking about making doors like this to put on that green cabinet. And it'll be sitting right over here. See, it'll sit right there, kind of, somewhere, okay? But see, I took a shelf that I bought at the thrift store, and it was bigger than this, but I cut it down, cut it narrower. I cut it in half actually, and I made the front half a door and put those shelves in there for the spices and put these little dowels in to retain them. And so that's my little hanging spice rack. Converted from a shelf, right? So you see things out there when you're out and about. A lot of times they don't look like nothing, but you can make them into something useful. That's kind of fun to do. So that's my spice rack. You know, whatever. Things we do, and you know, click. Well, I'm not going to tell you to click like. I wish you would. Subscribe. I'm not very consistent, and I'm not very good at editing, but I'm going to keep doing these little projects, and some of them are creative. I learn something every time I do one. If you learn something great, and maybe I just give you the confidence to go ahead and attack it yourself. I don't know how to do all this stuff. When you jump in, you just jump in and figure it out as you go, right? Sometimes that's the way it goes. So I'll show you this when we get it all tidied up. Hang around. Well, so it's not perfect, but you get the idea. So that's not quite everything back in that spot, but it's reorganized and it's a nicer looking spot. And we've got a very small kitchen, so anything you could do to gain organization helps open up the area. So this little unit was in there and it's now gone. We've moved the other shelf back into that corner, and it tucks away, so that's nice. So we've gained some room, we've gained some storage, and it looks nice. And I can still come in and add the doors on later, so not bad. Not bad. Yeah, see, and you can get your stuff out, and you're not having to drag stuff out one piece at a time to get to the back. It's kind of nice. Nice setup. There you go. Because that's it right there. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Keep watching me. I'll keep doing these, and we'll see what else we can build in the next coming weeks. Take care. See you later.